Welcome to Mohamed bin Zayed Majlis for Future Generations. My name is Alshimmari, and it's my honor to be the moderator of today's session. I would like to introduce our speakers for today, Her Excellency Hessa Buhumaid, Cabinet Member and the Minister of Community Development, and Her Excellency Mariam Almheiri, the Minister of State for Food and Water Security. Welcome, Your Excellencies.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ali, for having us.
I will start with Your Excellency Hessa. How will the UAE transition to smarter, more environmentally sustainable and socially inclusive society?
Today we're talking about youth, a very important segment of the society, a segment that have always had the attention of our leadership. Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, Allah Hafظah, have always believed, just as his late father, Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, that the real treasure of the United Arab Emirates is the investment, the real investment in youth. Having a well-equipped youth with the right skills for the future is a necessity, is a must. One of the most important topics is to ensure that our society is comprehensive in all what it ever provides for its people. Inclusivity is an important topic. We want to ensure that no one is left behind.
Your Excellency Mariam Almheiri, from your point of view, how you can see that the UAE will have this transition to a smarter, more environmentally sustainable and socially inclusive society?
First of all, it's an honor to be here in the Mohammed bin Zayed Majlis for Future Generations. And the whole event is about the youth and to highlight their role in what I see as an intersection of many sectors, so community development with the food and water security as well. We need to be ready to build more resilient food systems. And this is where the youth need to understand that just because we are food secure now, doesn't mean we have to stop there. We need to continue our work, but the work coming ahead of us in the next 50 years is somewhat a little bit more tech savvy. It's more exciting. And I think this is where we need to grab the attention of the youth to say, you guys are the future of this journey that we're taking. We're no longer looking for farmers. We're looking for agri-technologists. We're looking for a new generation of youth in thinking of sustainability, thinking of what Earth and the planet has as resources, but also ensuring that we have enough food for all in the future.
Hello everybody, my name is Fatma Ahmed Al-Musawi from Dubai, Emirates. I am a future maker at Mohammed bin Zayed Majlis for Future Generations. During the Majlis, the Jubilee Lab was held last February. Me and my peers discussed many issues and subjects that matters to us, and one of them is greener, smarter and stronger UAE. Based on what was discussed through the 3 days of the Jubilee Lab, we feel the biggest priority is to create opportunities rather than wait for them just to come or chase them. In addition, it's crucial to recycle our ideas always and keep on opening new doors. The issues that most of us is excited about is to create innovative solutions to preserve our environment to be a better place for us and for future generations to live by reducing our daily unnecessary consumptions, and adds to that to assist in achieving the sustainability development goals. And lastly, we could say that we are the future makers of tomorrow. Thank you.
What are the priorities for your ministry when it comes to community development in the United Arab Emirates?
Let me take you quickly through a journey among the different segments that we target and we work on daily basis with in the Ministry of Community Development. So of course we deal a lot with youth. We deal with their families, their support group, their friends, their direct contact, and we also look into different segments of the society. So for example, with age group, we look into the agendas of our seniors. We look into the different agenda that is specifically catered for people of determination, their families and their support groups as well. So when we talk about the priorities in that sense, there's one important aspect we're working day and night in, just to ensure that we are closer day by day to all these segments. Another priority I would say that we have on our agenda is directly connected to the creation of families and happy families. The government on yearly basis spent more than 177 million of dirhams as marriage funds and grants, which is directly given to newlyweds or couples who are about to get married of our youth. Not only that, it's not only the monetary that would encourage our youth to get married. It's also we want to ensure that they are well equipped with the full knowledge of a marriage life. This is all to ensure the sustainability of our future generations and to ensure that not only we're creating families, but we are creating happy, sustainable generations of the future. There's a huge area of working directly with people of determination. People of determination is a segment in the society that is not left alone or dealt with separately. It's a segment in the society that is already embedded with all the government initiatives and within the households' plans themselves. So one of the important programs that we're working directly now with people of determination as after school activities and after when they graduate from school as well, and they either go to the jobs or they can start their own vocational training as well, is farming.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. طبعا التعريف بنفسي، أنا حامد الحامد، مؤسس مجموعة غراسيا. أكثر شيء يشعرني بالسعادة هو الإنتاج، الأثر. سعادتي كانت كبيرة يوم بدأت تتوافد طلبة من جامعات أوروبية إلى الإمارات لتتعلم منا ما توصلنا في قطاع الزراعة. الصعوبة الأخرى في إحداث تغيير في ثقافة العاملين أو القائمين بهذا العمل في مجموعة، لأن نستطيع نأثر فيهم ليبدوا التفكير خارج الصندوق. سعادتي الكبرى وأجمل لحظة عشتها من بدأ هذا المشروع هي اللحظة اللي قبل علي أبو خالد صاحب سمو الشيخ محمد بن زايد والتقيت فيه في هذه الأرض. دور المبتكرين وريادة الأعمال في قطاع الزراعة دور أساسي ودور كبير، فلا بد أن نفقه، أن نتعلم الحقيقي ونعرف التحدي الواقع علينا لنتمكن أن نستثمر كل ممكناتنا وكل ما يحيط بنا لنخلق فعلا طريق مختلف تماما عن كل من سلكه يعني قبل هذه الفترة. أنا واجهتني في أول لحظات هذا المشروع كلمات كثيرة قد يكون بعضها سلبي، أن غيرك جرب وما وصل، أنك أنت اليوم بتوصل إلى طموحك، أنت تحلم كثير. لكن بعد مرور الوقت وبعد جملة من الإنجازات أثبت وبرهنت أن هذه الأراضي هي بوابة مليئة بالخيرات ومليئة بالأثر ومليئة بالأجر، لكن تحتاج منا إلى شغف وممارسة فاعلة وعدم التردد في أن ما نستطيع أن نحقق، وفعلا لا مستحيل.
I would start by saying well done, Hessa. Looking back at these years, I'm so glad that I grasped every single opportunity that was available for me then. And opportunities, I mean the support that you receive from your family, the knowledge that you get from the university, the support that you get from your leaders and from the country. My advice as well for my younger self would be to work even harder and harder. I know I was a very hardworking person by then, but I would say life goes by enjoying your time, but also working so hard and following your dreams. A very final note would be, and I think an advice that I've received from my parents and the people who supported me as well, all throughout, is to always have a plan. And this plan, you'll definitely end up achieving something. but you will be better at achieving your dream by a plan. This plan have to have different scenarios. So you'll have to have an A and a B and a C plan, just to ensure if uncertainties arrive, you are there and well equipped to it.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will consider that as an indicator that I'm on the right track. Thank you very much.
So following from what Hessa said, having a plan and targets is really important. And I'm talking not only as someone who has a ministry file and is going towards business targets. I'm talking about personal targets. You need to have personal targets. Every year, try and put annual goal for yourselves, because the world is changing at such a fast rate. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget where you came from. We must preserve our values, because our values show us who we are as unique people. So never forget where you come from, who you are, and whatever you do.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm speaking to you today from the Knowledge Center at Masdar City. Our nation was the first Gulf nation to sign the Paris Agreement. Our region, the Middle East, and indeed our country, the United Arab Emirates, have an advantage. The MENA region has the largest youth population in the world. 7 out of 10 young people in the UAE say that they would make changes to their daily life in order to protect our planet. Masdar is setting a great example on showing that through the implementation of technology, impactful and meaningful changes can be made. A lot of our youth are going to find rewarding careers at Masdar City. Today, the city is home for innovative businesses, all of which need skilled employees to work on addressing key challenges surrounding sustainability. Many of these ideas and ventures are being made possible by the Catalyst, our startup technology accelerator based here in Masdar City. I would like to tell you about another important initiative that Masdar has been working on for the last 3 years. An initiative called Youth for Sustainability. This strategic initiative, or this strategic platform, is equipping young people with the skills needed to pursue careers in the sustainability industry. Our learning app aims to offer skill knowledge for the jobs of the future to up to 1 million youth by 2030. If we are to address the world's climate action plan, we need the power of our youth. I encourage you to get involved with our Youth for Sustainability platform, and let me tell you that a career in renewables or in sustainability related fields will be a rich and rewarding one. I hope to see you at Masdar City in the months and years ahead. Be safe and best of luck from Masdar City.
Sustainability is in the heart of everything we do. And if I speak to young leaders, I kind of try to picture myself as an 18 or a 20-year-old in those days. And I have a few advice for them when they think of what's coming next for them or how they should go about in life. I always say, do what you're passionate about, because when you're passionate about something, it's easy for you to overcome the hurdles that come your way. You will always try and fight for what you believe in. And this is because you're passionate about what you do. I would say, listen. Very important for the youth to listen, capture what you're hearing. Try and be your own creative thinker or your own, let's say, analyzer. speak to elderly people, speak to people of your age, but really take the time to listen. And don't forget to dream, okay? It's really important to have dreams. We're so blessed here in the UAE. The leadership really, they inspire us to dream. I mean, Hessa and I, we're in a way, we're nation designers, as our brother Mohamed says. We're nation designers in that in whatever we're doing, we think of how can we visualize the UAE in a few years' time?
The future is there for whoever will grasp it. I mean, I never thought I would ended up with this job. I know I had the passion for it. So as Mariam was saying, you follow your passion and then you end up doing exactly what you love. I don't think that our jobs is something that we wake up to go and do. We live it. So I don't think even days matter, whether it's a working day or it's a weekend. When you end up doing what you love, and this is my pure advice for our youth, is to follow their hearts, to follow the steps of that will make them happy. My final remarks, Ali, to our audience and specifically our youth would be to non-stop. My advice would be to you guys is to not stop reading. You need to be reading constantly on daily basis in all aspects of life. Whether it's a hobby you would want to learn more about, whether it's a specific, let's say, agenda that you're working against, whether it's a scientific research that you're interested in. Reading is a very important skill and trait that our future leaders will definitely have to master.
Ali, I would say you're all lucky. You're lucky to be the youth in this era that we're experiencing, this era of technology, the fourth industrial revolution. You have access to so much information. We used to have to look things up in the encyclopedia. Now you just give a word to Google and you have access to this whole array of information. Be a critical thinker. Because you have this access, you need to be able to choose wisely. Again, I can only repeat my words in saying that do what you're passionate about. Don't worry if you fail. Be a bit of a risk taker, because those who fail, actually, they will succeed after. Because if you look at a lot of the success stories, many of these people failed before they succeeded. And that's because they took a bit of a risk. They went out of their comfort zone. We've been blessed, or we are blessed in the UAE, that we have this the right system in place, the leadership, the mindset to be able to do anything we want.
الله يديم لنا راعي هذا المجلس ويحفظه لنا ويطول بعمره. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Hello, my name is Yasmin. Thank you for joining the Mohamed bin Zayed Majlis for Future Generations. I am very excited to be a part of today's conversation. I'd also like to thank His Highness for giving me this opportunity. Working on the Zayed Sustainability Prize really helped me understand my future career goals and aspirations. I always knew I was interested in this intersection of business and sustainability, but I hadn't had much practical experience in that area before. Working on the American School of Dubai's winning project really showed me the impact we can make as a team, and it's definitely influenced what I'm currently studying at university. When I first got to university, one of the first classes I took was a climate science class based on urban ecology, and I definitely think that this is the environmental issue I'm most interested in learning more about at the moment. I think urban environments have such a big potential to bring about environmental change, from switching up building materials, incorporating in more green spaces, and more energy efficient technologies. There's still so much I'd like to learn about this area, but it's definitely something that I'm interested in pursuing. Like many of you, I've been doing a lot of this learning from home during the pandemic, and it definitely wasn't the first year of college that I had envisioned, but I've still learned a lot. I previously thought that the only way to collaborate and bring about change was to be physically with other people in person, but I've learned that we can still make just as meaningful of a change and collaborate from a distance from home.